A very good morning, welcome to the final day of Cheltenham 2025 in what looks to have been a bit of a bloodbath, with yesterday's winners priced at 16 to 1, 7 to 1, 25 to 1, 8 to 1 and 25 to 1. That's why I said to you, you have to choose the races that you're playing. I doubt too many people would have won there yesterday playing in every race. It's why you should limit your bets to 2 or 3 per day and don't spread yourself too thin. Now, this is the final day and it doesn't look a whole lot easier today, but remember, a 2 to 1 winner at Cheltenham pays you exactly the same as a 2 to 1 winner at Fakenham, so don't think that Cheltenham is the only place where you can have a bet. I want to help you beat these bookies, but to do that you must have discipline and patience. Just because it's Cheltenham you can't play your whole betting bank there. There is racing tomorrow as well. 30 years ago I was a losing punter and it took a lot of hard lessons to be a consistent winner. If I can, I will save you some of these hard lessons, but you have to be disciplined and know when to walk away. As I said before, there's no guidance when we start betting. We have to learn by our mistakes, and that's what I did, and I'm sure you've done the same. Yesterday was tough for everybody at Cheltenham with some strange results, and that's why it's important to choose our battles. Concentrate on the races where the punter is the favourite, not the bookie. I'll cover a few races today, and remember, if you want to join or inquire about my private service, drop me an email at the address below, jefflawtonmanagement@gmail.com. I obviously mentioned the races I'm playing in, but I'm not specific about the bets I have. Now, my private clients receive the bets at 8:30 every morning by text, and we're well on our way to our 17th winning week from 18 since the jump season started at the beginning of November. We've got a running profit at the moment of 227 points. Now, I've only put out 5 bets to my private clients at Cheltenham, and we've had 3 winners. So we are showing a healthy profit on the week. There's an average of 2 bets per day, and these are sent by text at 8:30 daily, as I said to you. If you're not interested, as I say, it's fine. Do yourself a favour, just hit the subscribe button below. You'll receive a notification every time I put a video up, and it'll save you hanging around. They're on just before 11 o'clock. So let's start at Cheltenham, where it is an ultra competitive day, so please be careful. Starting the 120, the JCB Triumph Hurdle, East India Dock, trained by the up-and-coming James Owen, who could be in for a very good day today around the country. He's 8 runners, 5 of them are short price favourites, so he could be in for a good day. Now, East India Dock was no mug on the flat and has a rating of 90, but he's excelled since being put over hurdles. He front runs and jumps accurately, which in the hurly-burly of this race is sure to stand him in good stead. He will also love today's drying ground. His last 2 runs have both been in Grade 2s, where he won by 18 lengths and 10 lengths. He's a half-brother to Champion Hurdle's second Burdett Road and has plenty going for him. If I'm going to knock his form, it's that despite him being a wide margin winner the last twice, the horse he has beaten have not come out and franked the form. Lulamba of Nicky Henderson's, whom they rate highly, has only run twice in his life. Just once in this country when he won Hardeld at Ascot, but again the horses who finished behind him haven't really franked the form. Hello Neighbour from Ireland is now unbeaten in 4 races, 2 on the flat and 2 over hurdles, but on both his runs at Leopardstown he's been coming back to them at the finish, and this stiff track may not suit him, whereas East India Dock has won his last 2 races here and obviously relishes this finish as he got 2 miles on the flat. He would be the call for me. In the 240, Mrs. Paddy Power Mare's race, Limerick Lace won this race last year, beating Dino Blue, who was a well-backed favourite that day. But Limerick Lace came into the race in better form last year than he does today, and the ground was softer, which counted against Dino Blue. Bridezilla's never run here before, and she's been beaten the last twice in listed races, and this is a Grade 2 today. So for me, it rests between Dino Blue and Allegory de Vassy. Now, they met at Naas last month, and there was only a neck between them. They meet on similar terms today, but the drying ground should suit Dino Blue more than Allegory de Vassy, and he would be the call for me. In the Hunter Chase, it was now called the St James Place Festival Challenge Cup, but it's the Hunter Chase that we all know from this meeting. I think this is a 440. It's a tough race to call, but Angel's Dawn has plenty of course experience, having won the Kinmure in 2023 and was in the process of running another big race in the same race last year when coming down 2 out. Now, it's hard to say he would have won last year, but he would certainly have been in the mix. There's been very good money this morning for Emmett Mullins. It's on the line, ridden by the best jockey in the race, Derek O'Connor. Now, he's been second in this race for the last 2 years and was 11-8 favourite last year, but he failed by 3/4 of a length before going on to win the Aintree Hunter Chase. He's been beaten twice at odds on in his races this winter, but he's sure to have been brought to the ball by his excellent trainer for this race. Angel's Dawn has had a couple of runs in point-to-points to put her spot on, and she could be the call, as you would think the Kinmure form would out-trumps the Hunter Chase form. At Doncaster, in the 2:22, Kim Bailey runs Really and Truthfully. Now, he was odds against this morning, and even when they took one out, he was 10-11. But that price has been smashed, and I'm not surprised because he should have won last time. Tom Bellamy probably kicked too early, and he went well clear before clipping the top of the last hurdle and lost a bit of momentum before being caught on the line. That was in a handicap, and back in novice company he'll be very hard to beat. But now he's at the price he should be, and I'm not sure there's any value there anymore. At Southwell tonight in the 8 o'clock, Sax Appeal, trained by Charlie Johnson. He's on a real roll since he was fitted with blinkers, and he's won his last 3. But it was the last one that has caused a big talking point, because he went off very fast and established a big lead, with the other jockeys thinking he would come back. But he didn't, so the winning distance of 14 lengths seems to flatter him. But I'm not so sure, because when the others realised he wasn't coming back at the top of the straight and they started to push, they made little or no headway, and it was only in the last half furlong when Danny Muscat started to ease him up did the gap close. Now, the handicap has raised him just £5 for that, and I think he could easily have doubled that. Not Me of James Ferguson's has caught the eye on a couple of occasions, and now he steps up in trip. He looks a bit of a danger, but you couldn't really back against Sax Appeal if you watch his last run. Excuse me. And finally at Wolverhampton, Cityscape in the 750 of Mark Loughnane. Excuse me, frog in the throat. Another one who's been in top form. However, he's his own worst enemy with his slow starts, and he's had to come from awkward positions to win his 2 races recently. But the same thing happened last time, and he wasn't as fortunate with the run through, and he went down by half a length to a potentially very well handicapped Ian Williams horse. He runs off the same mark tonight, and with Billy Loughnane keeping the ride, he could be hard to beat. In the 8:20, Ollie Sangster runs Tuco Salamanca. After 117 days off the track, he went to Kempton last month and looked very impressive as he kicked clear under Nicola Curry after returning from a wind operation. He certainly wasn't stopping that day, and with the jockey retaining the ride and stepping up a furlong, everything looks spot on for him. His handicap mark of 70 looks very fair, and I would expect him to win this comfortably. Now, that's all the races I want to cover today. Remember, if you want my bets at 8:30, drop me a line regarding my private service at jefflawtonmanagement@gmail.com, which is below. And if you don't, just hang on for the video. That's fine. It's all free. But please hit the subscribe button if you want to get the notifications every time I put a video up. Thanks very much for dropping by, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Thank you.